This essay example, as well as thousands of others, is available in text format on our website for free and without registration. Simply Google IvyPanda Free Essays.
Personality traits. Introduction. Different individuals are characterized by different physiological and psychological characteristics or values. Collectively, these factors contribute significantly to the nature of the behavior of these individuals. The term personality trait refers to these intrinsic differences in individuals that remain outstanding and stable throughout the life of the individuals. In many individuals, these intrinsic differences remain a personal and constant aspect that explains why the individual behaves or reacts towards situations the way they do. Personality theories explain that individuals have distinctive and characteristic behavior which remains distinctive throughout a variety of situations. Humans are in one way or another compelled to articulate a certain behavioral pattern and to identify or note differences in the way other people behave. Research and theories. Personality trait theories try to explain the differences in behavior patterns that are displayed by different personalities in similar situations. They as well try to explain why individuals behave differently in such situations. An individual can be said to be cheerful, talkative, cold, compulsive, and intelligent. It can be noted that these personality traits remain more or less consistent over a long period of time, or probably they last over a lifetime. What brings continuity in a person's behavior characteristic is described as his or her personality. Lexical hypothesis has found it extended application in describing personality traits. According to the hypothesis, people become used to characteristic differences more and more until they finally get engrossed into their languages of communication. The hypothesis argues that the more important a difference is, the more people will notice it, and the more they will talk about it, and consequently they will invent a word for it. Researchers extracted from a list of 18,000 words and came up with the Big Five personality factors. These factors happen to be very similar to the five-factor model of personality. These five personality factors includes extroversion. Examples include talkative, extroverted, aggressive, bold, assertive, unrestrained, shy, quiet, untalkative and confident. Agreeableness. Examples include sympathetic, kind, warm, considerate, cold, unsympathetic, unkind, helpful, affectionate and truthful. Conscientiousness. Examples include organized, orderly, neat, disorganized, disorderly, careless and sloppy. Emotional stability. Examples include relaxed, unenvious, unexcitable, patient, moody, temperamental, touchy, envious, irritable and self-pity. Intellect. Examples include creative, intellectual, imaginative, philosophical, unimaginative, uncreative, unsophisticated and imperceptive. As earlier stated, personality traits last for a long period of time, and in many cases they extend throughout the life of the individual. Sources have shown that it is these personal attributes that form integration web among our communities. In the process of understanding oneself, it becomes substantially important for one to understand, accept and apply his or her personality traits. Social unacceptability is connected to social inclusion or exclusion from certain social groupings. The issue of exclusion or inclusion is a major decision that humans as social animals have to take care of. An individual is either included or excluded from certain social entities. A different approach on defining personality traits aimed at identifying descriptive nouns. From this research, there was development of the 8-factor model of personality traits. According to this model, the 8 factors that are a part and parcel of people's personality traits are social unacceptability, intellect, egocentrism, ruggedness, delinquency, attractiveness, liveliness, and disorientation. According to this development, characteristic traits such as lawbreaker, alcoholic, rebel, comedian, speculator, daydreamer, tough, dummy, moron, poet, aggressor and many others were developed. The above 8 factors can be seen to correlate with people's primal concerns as follows. Intellect refers to the level of enlightenment in matters that affect the community at large. The levels of intelligence place humans at different social orientations. Sometimes the level of intelligence is seen as the levels of evolutionary advancement and therefore distinguishes humans that belong to a certain generational grouping. Egocentrism, on the other hand, relates to lack of empathy and concern for others. It sometimes can be presented as a false self-image or someone being overzealous. The 4th factor, ruggedness, relates to aggression, dominance and hunger to attain power. Delinquency is more or less similar to cheating. The importance and effectiveness of cheater detectors within the society cannot be overemphasized as explained in the theory of reciprocal altruism. Sex and procreating are bonded together in the sixth factor of personality trait. Factor 7 is related to attracting attention. This factor is termed as important in attracting attention, especially from mates of the opposite sex. Disorientation relates to reliability and competence of a person. According to the developed theories, personality trait understanding is very critical if understanding different behavior patterns that are displayed by different persons is anything to go by. Conclusion: it is therefore important to understand one's personal trait so that if there is anything negative about how we behave, one can consider the possibility of averting from it. This is necessary because some of these traits are detrimental in the way we live and relate with those who live with us. This essay on personality traits was written and submitted by your fellow student. You are free to use it for research and reference purposes in order to write your own paper. However, you must cite it accordingly.